Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's a place where we share videos of our dogs doing amazing things, and we celebrate the bond between dogs and their humans. This is one such story. The hero of this story is a dog named Coda. Coda is an amazing dog who loves his human and is always by his side. When his dad, David, goes to work, he stays by the window all day long waiting for his return. And when he comes home, they go on walks together every single day. But one day their peaceful life was shattered. The homeowners association came to their home and told them that they had to get rid of their dog. But why? Well, according to the HOA, the dog did not meet the breed requirements, which state that only dogs under 40 pounds are allowed in the neighborhood. This really upset David. His dog is a miniature American Eskimo, a small dog with a fluffy white coat that weighs only 13 pounds. So he couldn't understand why the HOA had a problem with him. In fact, they were so adamant about getting rid of Cody that they even called the police on him. And when the police arrived, they told David that if he didn't get rid of his dog, they would take him away. So he had no choice but to call up his friend and ask him to take Cody for a while. But he never thought that this would be the end of it. Honestly, neither do I, because as soon as he said that, a police car arrived to take the dog away. He quickly put Cody in the car and drove off before the HOA, or the cops could change their mind. But then he started thinking, if the HOA thinks that he doesn't have a dog anymore, then maybe he could keep him in his friend's house permanently. So he called his friend and asked him if he could keep Cody, but he refused because he has a lot of allergies. So David had only one option left. He decided that he would move from that house into his RV and live there until the HOA backed off. So he called his son and asked him to come help him move into the RV, and as soon as they got there, the police showed up again, demanding to see a warrant. David opened the door and showed them the dog. But instead of being mad, the officers burst out laughing because they recognized him as the canine from the police station. Do you know what happened next? Well, the officers immediately apologized for what happened and invited Coda and his dad to ride along with them on patrol. The HOA president also showed up asking for an explanation. When she saw Coda, her jaw dropped because she knew him too. It turned out that she had actually adopted him from the local animal shelter. She couldn't believe that he had become a police dog. She then apologized to David for everything that had happened and admitted that she had made a mistake. She then called all the other neighbors and told them about Coda and what he does. They were all ashamed of themselves for what they had done and apologized to him. From that day on, they all became friends. Coda continued to work as a police dog, and the HOA even made an exception for him so that he could continue living in the neighborhood. Isn't this a great story? It's a dog who stayed loyal to his human even when the chips were down. I'm sure that if it wasn't for the fact that the police officers knew Coda, things would have turned out very differently. But thankfully they did, and this dog and his dad get to live happily ever after. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. As a miniature American Eskimo, it's normal for Coda to weigh around 13 pounds. But the Homeowners Association claims that he's a full-grown Malamute, a dog that can weigh up to 85 pounds. The police officers arrive at David's house to ask him to come outside so they can take the dog away. But when they open the door, they're shocked to see Coda. Why? Well, because Coda is the police dog that they've been looking for. David explains to the officers that the HOA told him that he had to get rid of his dog, so he brought him to his friend's house. But the officers tell him that if the HOA wants a dog that badly, then they should have it. When the HOA president heard that the police were at David's house, she went there to see what was going on. That's when she learned that her dog Cody was a police dog. Instead of taking the dog away, the officers gave him back to David and told him to keep him. They then invited them both to ride along on patrol with them. After the incident, the HOA president called all the Enzo and told them about Coda. They were all very ashamed and apologized to him for what they had done.